right now. About to make more hits, you know what's up? Alright, man. Oh, hey, what's good, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
You get my text?
I mean, yeah, I guess you can pay me next week.
Yeah, you know I got you, man. You see this Cuban? Big bags coming in, man. You know they're coming in?
You get that pack of beats I sent you?
Nah, man, I heard them. They were cool, but, I want you to make something new for me, man. I don't want that shit. I want you to make something brand new.
Yeah, I can make you custom. It's gonna cost a little more.
Nah, I told you, man, I got lots of money just next week, man, in that bag. You see this Cuban, bro? You see a Cuban?
You paying next week though, right?
I want that Jesse shit, that boom, 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 that Jesse work. That bang and that Jesse.
Jesse, who's Jesse? Is that like your bro or something? That's a new rapper or Jesse? Jetson?
Jesse. Jesse made another one.
Yeah, that's Jetson, bro. Jetson made another one.
No, it's Jesse, man. I'm pretty sure. I got connects, man. It's Jesse.
It's Jetson, but all right, man. Let's see what we can cook up.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy KCB. We got another one today. I don't know if y'all can see outside how smoky it is. It's not fog out here. It's all smoke. We got the worst air quality in the world in Oregon right now. Woo! From the fires from the California, Washington, all over really. There's fires all over Oregon right now. My thoughts go out to everyone, that's dealing with this. Hopefully everyone can be safe out there. But today we're going to be doing a DaBaby type beat. DaBaby, has been blowing up the past couple years. He's had a lot of bangers, a lot of really hard beats, and just beats that I love to make. A lot of really simple beats where the artist can just kind of get as crazy as they want with it. So we're gonna go ahead today. We're gonna cook up a DaBaby type beat and see what kind of banger we can make. Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy KCB. So today we're gonna be making a DaBaby type beat. This is gonna be kind of like I might split this video into two because it's gonna be like an 808 tutorial and a DaBaby type tutorial. Because for like the 808s we're gonna use for DaBaby type beats is gonna be like a Jetson 808, and we're gonna want that to be like the hardest hitting element in the beat. So I'm gonna go over some tips on showing you guys like how to make your 808 louder and just sound a lot better than it is stock without plugins or anything like that. First though, we need to go ahead and start making like some kind of a background melody for the beat. So gonna get some keys going and just make something really simple. These type of beats, we want the 808 to be the thing that stands out really, so you usually don't want your melody to be super crazy in these types. So let's start out with something simple. Alright, so we're just going to do something real simple there, and then we're going to go ahead and use a flute. The flute I'm going to be using is a free flute plugin. Well, it's just the Citrus plugin I've kind of covered before, but it has the flute in there as well, which is right here. That is one of my favorites. I usually take the attack, reduce it, adjust it a little bit so it hits how I want. So we're going to go ahead and make kind of like a high note melody with the flute there. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to do a real simple melody just like this right here. because our drums is going to be pretty much the rest of the bounce and rhythm there. So next we're going to go ahead and start looking for an 808. Now with 808s, I mean, you can do certain things to where, you know, you can make an 808 sound like a Jetson 808 or sound the way you want just by EQing it in plugins, but really the big thing is really just the samples that you use. So I would recommend getting some kind of drum kit. There's lots of drum kits out there that are free or very cheap that have professional quality sounds, so I would go ahead and get one of those. Cymatics is great for like free kits. I've got a bunch of free kits from them before, and you know, you can use something like that. Other than that, I got Bricks Domains kits. You know, he's produced with Young Thug and Gucci Mane, and you know, lots of big artists, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of those just because those, I mean, pretty much all sound great. You want to have an 808 that has, I mean, you know, you can of course change the note to any note you want, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But just kind of go through your 808s and pick one that you're gonna make shorten a little bit. I'm gonna use this one though. You can kind of hear how it sounds. That one, an 808 like that, you can really make sound great. So we're gonna go ahead, use that. We're doing a D minor on this one, so we want our 808 to match up. And so how to do that is you're gonna go in your go edit and audio editor. Gonna go to this right here. Go down to detect pitch regions. We see it's in C, so it's already in a C, which is great. From there, you can take your 808, you know, shorten it, cut the tail to get a specific sound. The Jetson 808 usually is kind of a bit, it's not a super long 808, can be short, can be kind of in the middle, so we'll probably do something maybe around here, we'll have to see. Other keys to make your 808 hits harder. So one thing you can do is go right here, and you can go to the boost, and you can see like I already have mine, you know, kind of preset on it, but without the boost, this is what it sounds like. Still good, but then with the boost, just way better. But be careful with the boost though, because if you just turn it way too high, I mean, it kind of distorts the sound a little bit there. So I boost it a little bit, and I'll go up to the envelope, and it's going to be changed a bit. What I do is I shorten the delay all the way, shorten the attack all the way, adjust the hold to typically about there, and then reduce everything else. So that way it'll kind of cut usually where you want it. Another key for doing that is if you right click on the 808, hit cut itself, the note will cut off when you play your notes. So let's go ahead and start placing some notes here. Let's see. And with this, I kind of already have a basic. This is almost like a shug pattern, almost kind of like real infrequent back here, and then it's, you know, up here it's like boom, 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 boom. You can kind of change it, but usually with like Jetson 808s, you'll use some high notes in there, and that'll give it, you know, almost like more, yeah, just of a melody. I mean, your 808's gonna act like a melody in these type beats. So let's see what we got here. So that's like, yeah, real basic pattern there. We're gonna add a little bit more bounce to it there, but this is pretty much like the shug pattern. You would just adjust the last notes there to kind of get like that shug sound. But let's go ahead and add some more to this. Alright, so we're gonna take that, dupe it, and I'll probably change it in the end. Mix the notes up a little bit. Sometimes I adjust the notes of the higher octave just a little bit because they're going to hit a lot louder than the other notes, and sometimes it can be a little bit like jarring to your ears sometimes, so adjust that. Alright, we're going to add a little bit of variety to our flute. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add a kick pattern with it, and so with adding a kick to it, so when you add a kick in 808, I mean, a lot of times, you know, well, they can definitely clash, and it's something where you want to kind of find the right kick in 808 to match. So I usually like to have a kick that is generally a bit of a shorter kick. Like, let's see if I can show you kind of what I'm talking about here. So like with the kicks, kind of see how large some of these kicks are. You want a really short kick, like this one, or you know, something like that, but you want a short kick in there just so it doesn't clash too much with the 808. And then typically from there you can also side chain it. You'll just have to play around and see, you know, if it feels, if you hear it clashing, you can go to your kick, which is my first channel. You can, here's the 808 here. I would just go down here, hit side chain to this track. From there you can go down, you can add a limiter. Then you can go to compress, go to sidechain 1, and then you can adjust the knee all the way and the threshold. And what's that going to do is when we hit the 808 in the kick, you can actually adjust it to where you can hear 808 comes in way after the kick. But if we adjust it a bit, you know, if we don't have it on, you know, it's regular, but then if we adjust it here, you can adjust it so the kick can come through there. Now with the ones that I picked, I don't necessarily have to do that. These two typically go together, and you want to make sure that your kick, of course, is the same key as your 808. So this one's a C sharp, so we're going to do that and adjust D. And so plugin wise, so what I do with my kicks, so you're going to hear a lot of different stuff from different people, but you know, my sauce, my secrets for 808s and kicks are, so on my kick I add a EQ. Sometimes I cut highs out more, sometimes I add the highs in. It depends on the kick and the 808, so you'll have to kind of adjust that. The reverb, I make my 808 and kick very wide, but I adjust the wet. No wet on the kick, a tiny bit on the 808. This is one of my big secrets here. So the Fruity Blood Overdrive, this makes it hit just way harder, and especially through your phone, which is kind of interesting. Like when I use this, it just seems to hit like through my iPhone harder than with other plugins. So that's one I use. I just click it. You can go over to the boost setting. I use that, and then I add a bunch of soft clippers to it. I mean, soft clippers, you might think, why do you have more than one? It does kind of actually do something when you add more than just one. You can try it out yourself, but you know, from watching some of the other videos, there's some guys out there, you know, some big names that are pretty much just using soft clippers. Same with my master. I mean, I'll have 5 soft clippers on there, you know. I mean, yeah, you might think that's overdoing it, but you know, you gotta try it out, see what sauce you can find. For the 808, kind of same thing, EQ, except the EQ, usually I have some more of the highs, because the highs are what you are going to hear that makes an 808 louder. You can of course have, you know, some sub lows as well, but that's going to be more of a, you know, you're going to have headphones or have a lot of bass to hear that. So I'll adjust the EQ based on my kick as well. Reverb, like I said, really wide, a tiny bit wet, just a little bit. Soft clippers, one sound goodizer on it typically. I mean, some people do a bunch of those too. I don't. Same, blood overdrive, rest soft clippers, and then I'll do one limiter if I need to for the kick. But so that's everything I put on there. A lot of people won't even show you all what they put on there, but that's what I put on for my plugins for my kick in 808. So let's go ahead and add that kick in there. See if I want any more added kicks to it. Alright, so we're going to do that. The hat pattern is going to be really simple. I'm actually just going to add like a little bit of triplets and actually take some out. Let's see. And then with that, we're going to do just a really basic snare pattern. So that's a really basic beat there that you can add a lot to here, but this is the type of beat that you're going to have the artists just kind of do whatever they want on this. I mean, this is going to be a beat where, I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't think it's complete or it's even done, but the artist is going to fill the rest of the beat out. So let's see here. Alright, so let's see here. And so like I was showing with the kick, so this is the kick by itself without our plugins. And this is the kick with our plugins. Just knocks way louder, you can hear. And then with our 808, so let's see. So this is what our 808 sounds like by itself. And then this is what it sounds like with our plugins. Alright, and so like, yeah, once again, this is going to be a very simple beat that you're going to let the artist just kind of do what they want on it. So very simple melodies, just bouncy drums, and you kind of let the artist do the rest. So let's go ahead and see what we got here.
Cook this beat.
Alright guys, well that's what we do here for making a beat for the baby. I hope y'all like this. I hope y'all picked up some tips about the 808s as well. We're going to keep these videos going here, so till next time y'all.